The Derek Carr training camp hype was confirmed in the Saints' first preseason game. Welcome back to The Dot, game coverage presented by Matt Bauer's Auto Group. I'm Brooke Kirchhoffer. Now, Derek Carr only played in one series with his new team, but he looked in command of this offense, completing 6 of his 8 passes. Dennis Allen even said that Carr looked poised in this new system. Now, Derek Carr found 4 different receivers in that one drive. 2 were pass plays to Alvin Kamara, and that's something the Saints have emphasized in training camp, is getting Kamara more involved in the passing game, and they were able to translate that in the very first preseason game. Now, to end that scoring drive, Derek Carr found Keith Kirkwood for the touchdown in his new home in the black and gold in the Superdome.
I felt good, felt efficient. It was nice to get a couple situations in there and get third down, get some red zone and all that stuff, because again, they don't tell us like how much we're going to play and all that. So to get a couple situations in there, and then throughout the game to talk through things with Pete and certain situations and things like that in a game time scenario. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
One of the things we circled to watch in the Saints' first preseason game was the starting offensive line. On 6 of Derek Carr's throws, he had 2.5 or more seconds to throw. So a really good sign from that group. We also got to see the Derek Carr-Michael Thomas connection starting to build a little bit early. We saw Derek Carr find Michael Thomas for a deep ball, but that is still in the early stages. But something we didn't see was the Derek Carr-Chris Olave connection that has been so strong in training camp. That has not yet translated into a game, but it is still early on in the preseason. Now, 2 guys who did take advantage of their opportunities were A.T. Perry, who led the way with the receivers, and Ellis Merriweather. He was a standout. He took advantage of an opportunity with Kendre Miller having to leave with a knee sprain. He is going to get more imaging on that. We don't have an update just yet on Kendre Miller, but Ellis Merriweather came in and caught his very first NFL preseason touchdown pass. And when you watched him on the field, he almost really looked like a bully running back, and he told us in postgame that that's exactly why the Saints liked him.
That's one thing that I was told that I was brought in here to do, be a bully, use my pads. That's the biggest thing, the biggest coaching point that's we've been working on since camp, was just getting my pads lower and making these defenders pay. That's one of the main things Michael Thomas was telling me today. He's like, man, these DBs don't want to tackle you. Like, get low, run through their face. And as the game progressed, I felt like I started to get more in the rhythm of doing that, because I'm a big back. So it takes a little bit for me to get low, but once it starts clicking, it's good.
As far as the backup quarterbacks, Jameis Winston and Jake Haener had their moments in the game. For the rookie quarterback Haener, he had a shaky start, but then he settled in after throwing that interception and capitalized off a Kyle Phillips pick and drove the team down to win it. We talked to Haener in postgame and asked him how he feels he handled the moment.
You come out and you want to do a really good job on offense, and first game as a rookie in preseason, there's some miscommunication, some things that don't go your way. And I think, playing this position, you got to do a really good job of having a short-term memory. And, you hear from all those guys, oh, Jake, stay with this. I can stay with it. But I think it's just staying positive, staying focused, staying task-oriented, one play at a time, and, ultimately found a way to get it done.
Defensively, we've been hearing about how that side of the ball did not create enough turnovers last year. Well, they changed the narrative in the very first preseason game with 2 interceptions. Now, it is still early on, and there is still a lot to be learned about this New Orleans Saints team, but we're starting out with a pretty good base. We will be back out at practice on Tuesday for Saints training camp practice number 15. We'll see you then.